Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. You know what we need now more than ever? A PR department for RAGL. We are mid-season, season 9. Great matches have been happening. I think it's round 8 officially right now. I've lost track. But yeah, coverage has also been good, but the advertisement thereof has not been. So alas, we're here to change that. Also, before we get started, a quick shout out to the new casters who have taken it upon themselves to cast pretty much all the other matches that I've been missing, as well as some more. Especially Caution TV, who's been streaming on Twitch. Then we've got Biomechanic Man, who is basically taken upon himself the Herculean task of casting all the Minions League games, as far as I'm aware. Good luck with that. That's going to be a ton of games. That is way more output than I could ever dream to achieve here. Yeah, with that being said, we're in Masters Division, and this is gonna be probably one of the top dog matches between two players who, one of them has been featured a couple times, the other one, well, not so much. I've talked about him quite a bit. So we've got spawning in the northwest quadrant of the map, live from Denmark, continuing the tradition of Danish players being the top dogs somehow. I don't know how they managed to make that work. It is gonna be Mr. G-O-A-T. G to the O to the A to the E, GOAT. And he is gonna be squaring off against, in the bottom right, I've casted him 2 or 3 times and have dismissed his casts or kind of not thought about them. Yeah, Mr. Morkel. Or Mrs. Morkel, the evil twin brother slash sister of Angela Merkel. And let's see if they're gonna make it work here. That's gonna be a War Factory opener for Morkel. Meeting up against a double ref build here. So already a bit of infantry divergence. We're seeing lots of infantry pressure on the blue side. Goat being able to secure his derricks easily with a very easy hand there. Got dealt a very easy hand, except now the Ranger's on the field. And yeah, Morkel is going to be forced into playing it a bit more slowly and caution, with a bit more caution, more methodically. You can't just spam like waves of infantry and play the human waves tactics. This is way too much rifle density. You can't get a snipe here. Oh, you know what would be sick? Would be really sick if we had a rifleman loaded up into the Ranger, because the rifleman has enough range. That is one of the drawbacks of the Ranger, is that the range is very low, I think 4 cells. And conversely, the riflemen have 6 cells of firepower, like their actual weapon range is quite high. Okay, we're having a little break here. Quick one. And snacking the oil derrick, so momentum swing here, that's pretty nice. Oh, Goat went for a light tank. Yeah, his factory has come online just a bit too late to prevent that recapture. And with that, he's out of there. Booking it, trying to look for a snipe. Is gonna find one on the lonesome guard, probably. No. Not deciding against it. I don't think he saw the light tank, and that's for super early pressure at minute 2 or something, or minute 3. Light tank can be very scary. Ooh, the medics. Oh no, Goat is playing it so well. Goat is someone who has got great micro. Very much up my alley in terms of playstyle. I've seen him play a lot. I've played him also a couple times on stream, even when I was still streaming. And that was when I was already... My decline or my descent into mid-tier of OpenRA players was already beginning. Because I didn't have time to practice, and I got curb stomped by Goat like 2 or 3 times. Haven't played against Morkel to my knowledge, so I can't comment on him. Not yet, at least. I still have to square off against him. Ooh, that would be a nice, easy pick on the Rocket Soldier. I love doing that. Like, weaving in and out with the Ranger is so much fun. This is one of the coolest units to have in OpenRA. So, really cool pressure build here. It costs you a lot of money, but he has a light tank and a Ranger. The only problem here is... Ooh, yeah, Zook's tracking. The only problem here is it's gonna be a field advantage now for Morkel, because he has got medium tank, and yeah, that's just no contest. Light tank takes 4 Zook shots, medium tank takes 10, 12? I don't even know the exact numbers, but a metric 5 ton more. Like, the price discrepancy and the armor disparity are not even close. Bang for buck, a medium tank just gives you so much more frontline, and usually that's what you want out of a tank in OpenRA. You don't want him for the firepower. Maybe in backline raids, even then light tanks don't do much DPS bang for buck. only against wood armor. Really nice scouting cordon of scouting units there from Goat. Definitely gonna prevent any and all incursion. And both are now out with having one tank out as well as a ranger. That is such a cooler mobile playstyle. I love that. That's not the meta build. Like the meta build. Oh no, that is big. If that goes through, man, he doesn't even have anything queued up. He's not noticing. Morkel's queue is broken. He's only producing rocket soldiers and ore refiners. By the way, you don't get a notification for that. So fortunately he sent a rifleman, but that is still a massive deal. That is an absolutely massive deal because this now allows Goat to amass an advantage of medium tanks. And that's completely gonna halt anything that Morkel was trying to do dead in its tracks. What a swing here. What a swing. The rockets are trying to find the ranger. I love rangers. Just give you so much line of sight, give you so much intel. Oh no, 3 rockets really for the picking? Oh, 900 down the drain. That's more than a medium tank. Like, don't ever discount how important that is. And a perfect concave to boot. This is looking so good for Goat in game 1. Ranger line of sight. Both are having their rangers parked. This is so smart. I love what they're doing. Rangers are never meant to be sent into combat. You just have them on a separate hotkey. Oh man, and the medics are out healing the DPS from the lonesome rifle there. This is so awesome. He's going ranger danger. Morkel tried for something very special here, but yeah, not with the tanks in the mix. This is so smart. Goat's splitting off one tank, so you can't easily deploy an ore refiner without getting pressured. Man, that medic! I swear to God, this guy is making overtime. You know, this is like the COVID-19, like during COVID-19 pandemic times. Like that guy is doing some serious heavy lifting there. Damn, son. This guy single-handedly keeping the national healthcare system in business. Now we need a mechanic for the medium tank, and Goat is basically gonna be impervious. Right-hand side, we've got a little scuffle. Damn, son. He's trying to pressure in. Oh my goodness, Morkel, that is ambitious. To say the very, very least. Light tank. Oh, squaring off against the medium, even getting the killing blow. That's kind of crazy. Well, okay. Infantry getting chipped away at now. Yeah. Goat is repositioning his mediums. He's playing it so methodically. That's what I was talking about with his micro. He's just wielding his tanks like a scalpel. I really like his style. And he's slowly... Okay, now he's going for the crushes. Yeah. Time for the cavalry to charge in. Oh, the crushes are sick. And that's gonna be a complete rout of the army. Is there even gonna be a possibility of a comeback? I mean, the rangers are just evaporating. What a... Yeah, this composition was too flimsy. The ore truck is doing its best. But nice scatter move prevents that as well. Damn, that was a complete rout. GG being called by Morkel already. Yeah. No chance of coming back from that one. Just saying it. Morkel also has a good chance at ending up in top 3 or top 4 and getting to playoffs, but Goat so far is looking impervious. From the games I've seen from him thus far, he is my top contender for the title this year. Yes, over Ganon. Ganon has lost some of the feathers in his crown there. Like he's had a couple bruises inflicted upon him. I think he's now 3 games down that he lost, and as of now, I think Goat has only lost 1 or 2. So let's check the other game. Definitely. That was a short one, only 8 minutes. Yeah, we definitely got time for the other one. Alright, see you in game 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Okay, welcome back. Game 2 is gonna be played on Discovery. You know, what an apt and fitting name. I myself haven't taken the time to discover those maps yet, so let's discover them together. We've got two derricks only. Interesting, in the middle of the comm center. That is a very high-risk play, and it also, if you lose your engineer capturing this, he's gonna have died for a very vain cause there. But it's still impactful because I think it allows you to see up to, I would say, up to the edges of the wooden fence there. So it gives you good control, like approximately this size. Basically the Eye of Sauron here. It's gonna make the middle a no-go zone if you don't want to be snitched out immediately by comm center. So it definitely has its merits capturing that. Is this again gonna be a double ref build for Goat? So my own experience in Ruggle has been quite rough. And way rougher than it used to be in the other seasons. And one of the reasons for that is double ref. Because I usually tend to be more of a War Factory first player. And people have started abusing the fact that some people go War Factory. Like, if you go for double ref over War Factory, you can pressure so hard. And yeah, I've been... oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that queuing of ore. Jeez. That is some StarCraft level APM. Did Goat do the same? No, he didn't. Goat is just having him on autopilot. I don't even know if that's efficient, because if you misclick once, you have to redo that all. Alrighty. So that's again gonna be a War Factory first for Morkel, and again double ref for a Goat. So yeah, I have a very bad track record in this season, fighting against double ref. Just gives you much more field presence and allows you to translate that into map control. And is it again gonna be a Ranger? It is indeed. I mean, Morkel seems to be cut out of the same wood as I am, just valuing the early scouting information so much. I like that, but at the same rate, we're gonna take a look at the econ tab, and that's gonna speak a story all in of itself. Yeah, already at 1k discrepancy, and it's gonna just increment from there. And at least until the second ref and the third harvester come online. Goat this time trying again with a cheeky engineer flank. Recapture this time easily achieved by Morkel. There is no infantry presence whatsoever. And okay, Goat has assembled all his forces in the main base. Interesting. What Morkel is doing here is also risky, because if there were a War Factory opener in the makings, then there would have been a counter ranger out for Goat, and he would have been able to snipe that. But as it stands, he got kind of lucky. Got that one scot-free. So at least 2 Derek, 2 over nil advantage here. And he should take the middle as well. The only problem is you need to shoot down the barbed wire fence first, and you need a couple of rifles to do that. Who's a teacher in the academy? Yeah, I think both are, right? Morkel is. Yeah. Chat is already trash-talking the War Factory first build. I still like it, but it is risky. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, Ranger v Ranger. The duel of the century. Oh, he's giving way faster than I would expect him to. Oh, those medics are a bit too close. Yeah, pulls them back. I think Goat always has them in a separate control group. He's one of those players whom I've never seen sacrifice medics. He's not Bane. Shout out to Bane here. Yeah, Bane was the one with the classic blow up your 3 medics, sacrifice them move. Orb as well. Orb did it a lot too. But Goat, no way. He is a really microcentric player in my opinion. And he plays it really well. Wouldn't surprise me if he came from Warcraft 3 maybe. Looks to me like a more Warcraft 3-esque style, where unit preservation matters a lot. Alright, yeah, pulling back into the middle. He's going for the Ranger light tank again. I love this combo. So what he's not doing, that I'm doing way more, I would now send a Ranger back for repairs, but maybe that's a mistake. Maybe you just want the field presence here and now. Because as soon as I see my Ranger going to the yellow, I'm like, yep, time for a return trip, refuel, restock. Give him another paint job. Yeah, light tank coming forward. Ooh. Gonna be taking a couple pot shots at the Ranger, but it's allowed to escape. That is an unprotected MCV from Morkel. Risky. If that ever gets found out by the light tank and he prevents the deploy, that is so big. No base defense here either, so he can just start chipping away at the power plant. Not that Goat knows about this, like he has no way of knowing about this, but still. Okay, in the middle. And that's gonna be... Okay, he went for a medium tank first. Oh, wait, he just had an early War Factory. No, that's his first actual medium tank coming online after the MCV. Fair enough. So the assets are now even. That's what I'm saying. It just takes a lot of time for a War Factory first build to come online. Is the... Yeah, the engineer is still in the wings. He could go for round 2. He's... Morkel has deployed a backline pillbox. Yeah, he ain't having any of that shit now. That's hilarious. Okay, light tank is blocking the ore refinery, at least costing a bit of mining time. Not too bad. Yeah, and the War Factory build, it has its merits, specifically. Ooh, yeah, this is gonna be a block as well. Oh, wait, what? The husk evaporated, okay. Maybe that's a thing now. Yeah, it has its merits, and one of them being that if you manage to survive past the super early game, then it starts ramping up faster. It starts to accelerate more. Okay, here just, well, one refinery down, that's a big deal. And the barracks to boot. He's now pulling it. He's playing so well. Just finishing it off in style, and now booking it. He's gonna lose a lot of units, that's fair. That was to be expected. Pulls back the Ranger as well. He's being flooded from both angles now, so this army is forfeit, but he still managed to, like, deal a significant chunk of damage. And the tank crushes are insanely good for now. Ooh. This went way better for him than I would have expected. He's going deep. Really? Oh my goodness. That was so aggressive. Could have gone either way, but he didn't find the crushes in the end, and thus Morkel comes out slightly ahead. Yeah, they're even in terms of assets destroyed now. Man. What a nice snipe. It's really just, he's playing it so well. He's not overcommitting, you know? Not just attack moving into the base, he's just chipping away at a couple structures, seeing the army, pulling back. It's just smart gameplay here. And Goat is going for the right-hand base. Morkel doesn't have the left-hand side just yet. Ah, denied. I still love this backline pillbox. This is the meme. This is just an extra layer of protection, right? Ooh, we're having a flank prepared. I like that. I like that a lot from Morkel. He's going for a harvester hunt here. Little scavenger hunt, except... Ooh, nice. Nice snipe. Little scavenger hunt, except the prices are fully loaded ore trucks. Whoops, the rally point's a bit mediocre here. Yeah. Goat immediately rerouting. That took him all of 0.5 seconds to reroute his infantry there. Jeez. Morkel should pull back. Yep. Doing so right now. And he's sending tanks into all the eco lines, but one tank alone is just not enough. Yeah! Goat knows what's up. Immediately rerouting to the southern ore patch. That's just game sense. I love what he's doing there. It's just like, nah, I know what you're up to. I can see that coming from a mile away. Ooh, can he see this flank coming though? Yep, he can. Pillbox deployed, infantry rerouted, and especially pulled back behind the heavy armor of the pillbox. That makes it so much more efficient. Man. Goat is playing it. How did he get this detachment in the backlines? Jeez, that must have gone all the way north. Okay, but Morkel is pushing on the left-hand side with a significantly bigger army. Like, this army is way larger than what Goat has on the left-hand side. So he might be able to make some progress here. Ooh, but he's losing the tank battle on the left-hand side. Hardcore. Alright, this snipe didn't accomplish anything. This snipe has been halted dead in its tracks. Okay, here's the big one. That's the big push. By the way, lots of harvesters on the dead patch here. Ooh, Morkel's economy is gonna suffer in a couple minutes. Yeah, that should be enough to push through here. Let's see, but I think it's gonna be enough eventually. Meat shield is now down, but so are the pillboxes. He needs to push in right now. Ooh, he's too idle. Left-hand side, the infantry... getting some good crushes here, though. But the infantry have found their way into the base. Haven't done anything significant except getting down one ore truck. Could have been worse. 3 million killed. Bad. Not good. Not great, not terrible. Okay. Not the biggest of swings. At least he managed to get one ore truck. And one striper veterancy here for the Ranger of Morkel. So he's been playing it well there. The Ranger of Goat, unfortunately, I was praising his micro so much, but then he sent it in the first engagement together with the tanks. It was probably just having them on one control group there. Whoops. Finally, rerouting the ore trucks as Morkel. That is a very juicy patch that is just begging to be harvested. But this time it's looking not half bad for him, but on the right-hand side, like he's being split apart again. That happens to me so many times. Okay, at least he's sending the ore trucks back to patches where they can actually harvest. That happens to me so frequently when the opponent just gets the time advantage to actually get their units in position way faster than you, because you don't have any field presence, right? And that's also one of the detriments of the War Factor reverse build. is your opponent with a double ref build is allowed to get into position so much better than you are. And ultimately this results in a mid-game where your opponent is like 3 flanking armies in position, and you are gonna struggle to just keep your own units afloat, and just struggle to respond to 3 fires all at once. You're like a fire department where like 3 calls are coming in at the same time, and you're like, yeah, shit. Might be problematic. I like the inclusion of those 3 rocket soldiers, just to prevent backline flanks. MCV trying to find a spot to deploy. Fortunately, there's only... Oh, a turret as well. That's just the perfect timing. Goat's going for the perfect timing here. What a timing push. And now, Morkel is left with 1 big army, but as soon as this army is out of position, I bet you Goat is playing the left-right game now. He's sending in... he sees the army of Morkel come in. He's gonna start pushing onto the main base. Man, he's got such a field advantage here. Morkel might destroy this expansion, it doesn't matter. The Raider Dome is also out now. Yeah, Morkel is just struggling to respond. This is tough. It's so hard to respond appropriately here. Not gonna lie, this is a very tough engagement. Very tough to stem the tide now. Oh, okay, the medium tanks have pulled back, so Goat has sacrificed all his infantry. Whoops. Small mistake there. Easy to make. Oh! Okay, Konyard is probably gonna make it away. Gonna limp away here. Yep. Okay, so that's the first nice hold. On the other side, though. There are the artilleries. There are the artilleries. This is gonna be nasty. So mostly even, except there is now Raider tech out for Goat. There's just nothing to respond here. Morkel would basically need light tanks to get into the backlines and snipe them. Because he doesn't have... I don't think he has the time. Or the money. Well, he has the money. He's on 7k. What? Okay, so his position is better than I thought. This lonesome rocket soldier being on guard duty. He's actually got the bigger army for now. That's gonna change in a bit. Harvesters are even... There is still 1 oil derrick left for Morkel. So that's his big field advantage. But speaking of field advantages, 1 Black Hawk to rule them all. This is now so tank-centric. Oh man, what a field day for the Black Hawk. I haven't seen a game with Black Hawks having a big impact in a long time. This appears to be one of them. Alright, he desperately is struggling to get his rocket count up now. He needs that now more than anything. He desperately needs anti-air, and he needs helipads to get at least 1 Black Hawk to snipe any artilleries. Otherwise he can't push anymore. It's just it. Well, this is armor overwhelming. He could easily wipe this base. Power plants being deployed in a very forward location. Don't know what to think about that one. Don't know what to make of this. Uh-oh. Cavalry charge. Bring it on. Okay, he's going straight. He's sniping the... Yeah. Straight for the artilleries. Killery, the artillery right there. Nah. Hasn't targeted it just yet. What's happening? Come on. Ah, finally. That is an anti-air gun deployed. Whoops. And a very sizable infantry force. Needs to single out the rocket soldiers here. Yeah, he's doing a very good job. Ooh, artilleries would have hit dead center, except Goat decided to push, to not push any further. Not pursuing here. Okay, trading off his tanks for the artillery is probably worth it. Ooh, yeah, okay. Here's the crash. Gets at least 1. There's 3 rockets remaining. Dicey situation there. One of the tanks here not firing. But ultimately, yeah. This is gonna survive. War Factory is gonna stay strong. He loses a harvester though. He can easily snipe this. It's just 3 rocket soldiers. And he might have built an engineer in anticipation of this. Whoa! Tier 3 and Tanya? Now we're cooking. But he's losing on the left-hand flank again. Yikes. Yeah, the timing for Tier 3 is just not there. He needs some massive anti-infantry punch. He also needs anti-air. He needs everything. He's gonna lose a lot of units, yeah. Tanya in the mix. Like, his only hope is that Goat is gonna be confused and not recognize that this is Tanya. because otherwise there's always Black Hawks ready to swoop in. Does he have an anti-air gun? No anti-air gun, yikes. Yeah, this is gonna be an easy snipe on Tanya. She at least gets a couple good hits in, but 3... Oh my goodness. Down she goes, and 3 Autrax down. That's already nasty. The Black Hawk overseeing the escape of the MCV. But he can't really do anything about it. Oh man. 3 Autrax down. He at least has 1 retained. And left-hand side. Goat is pushing again. Onto the Radar Dome. That's gonna be so big. As well as losing tier 3 would probably be game at that point. Goat has a tech center up as well. Man, Morkel isn't even producing any tier 3 units. He is... he's Brits. Which tier 3 units would he be producing in the first place? Like, what do you expect? Yikes. Yeah, this is starting to go downhill really fast for Morkel. He started out so well in this game. But now, oh man. What a nasty timing. Goat just found the perfect timing. Go for the eco snipes on 2 flanks. Once kill all the harvesters. And now Morkel is struggling. Choo-choo, welcome aboard the struggle bus. Tanya's back on the field. Oh no. That appears to be... Oh no. Okay, I hope my game didn't... Wait, what a sec. Okay, apologies, my recording software just crashed for whatever reason. It just kicked me out. But we're gonna be straight where we left off. Minute 17:27, yeah. Sounds about right. Longbows would be a good investment here. Just sniping a couple harvesters of Goat. Goat basically... Oh, he's selling out so much. He's relegating everything to the front lines. This map is mined out. There's just nothing left to mine. Ooh, Morkel has 1 big army left. I mean, this is a close game. With all that said and done. Morkel still has a little bit of cash to harvest. Goat basically has got his economy stalled. Those pillbox wars, I swear. Morkel has got his trump cards, he's got that 1 medium. Just pushing. Alright, he's gonna find... Oh, Tanya is here. I think she's accessible to the Black Hawks right now. Black Hawk backdoor would mean a lot. No, don't position your infantry like this. What is Morkel doing here? That is moderately not smart. Okay, I think he's... Yeah, Tanya's hiding away here. Okay, that's a very exposed position, but Morkel isn't scouting for it. Ooh, direct hit onto the MCV. Is the Black Hawk gonna dive in? Yes, he is. That's a lot of damage already. Taken from the MCV for basically free. What a Mexican standoff right there. Artillery duel. I love that. Needs his... Oh, he's committing so deep. What is he doing? That is not worth it. Okay, at least he's repaired the Conyard in time. It's something, but there is still an artillery in the mix. Man, this game is still close. This is so crazy. Tanya versus Tanya. Look at the snipes. Oh, she survived. That is so big. But there is also an artillery here. Oh my goodness, the Tanya snipe standoff. She's leading the charge. No. Oh, down she goes. And the Tanya for Goat is still firing away. That was a game-losing mistake right there. Yikes. If only he had pulled back Tanya. If only she hadn't led the charge on red health. Ah. He blew it all. That was just 1 split second away. Yeah, he's got Tanya down, but it doesn't matter now. This army is now too strong. The infantry core of Morkel has already been wiped. Man, what an unfortunate turn of events. That was literally a split second deciding the game. That is gonna be game, definitely. Nafsat is like still 3 minutes shy of coming online. Yeah, GG. That is gonna be too little for Goat. Against someone who is definitely gonna end up in top 4 in my opinion. So you can see that this might be... We might have a new lorry driver situation in our hands. And also, I predicted it. No one has ever won RHL 3 times in a row. It was... I won the first 2 seasons. Then it was lorry driver taking 2 seasons. Then it was ZX Ganon's time to shine, right? Whew. Okay. Oh wait, and in between it's been Barf, right? Barf and then lorry driver? Yeah, or lorry driver and then Barf? Not sure. Then it was Ganon until season 8, and his reign appears to be over. We've got a new GO18 in town, apparently. We know it doesn't stand for goat now, apparently. Yeah, so this is gonna be a very, very promising season. We're mid-season still, lots of action still to happen. As we just scroll past those husks of war trucks and the beautiful, beautiful sprite explosions. Damn. Yeah, RHL just got exciting. Also, something I want to mention, I'm gonna put up a couple remaster shoutcasts. They are, well, the technical side of things is not gonna be up to standards of OpenRA, but watch them regardless and yeah, form your own opinion about it. I still like the remasters, in case you were wondering. I like them especially in single player, but yeah, the multiplayer side of things is too close to the balance of the original, or the lack of balance of the originals. That's all I'm gonna say. Right, thank you for watching. See you next time, and stay tuned. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.